What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Full Blast. I am your host, Raja Burrows, and we're in the final stretch. We got the IPs. I love the IPs. I didn't understand. It's not that I didn't love the IPs before, but I had no frame of reference for what it meant to be both savior DI and a decider at the same time. I was like, but I don't, what even, how do even? But the more I talk to actual IPs and watch the class docs and the videos, and I really started to understand what their goals are and kind of how they navigate the world. There is a lot that I think that anybody can learn from the IPs, but especially anybody with Savior DE and anybody who's a double decider. Because that single deciderness, oh man, like that's wild. It is wild. It's awesome. We're going to get into this. As you may notice, rocking a little suns out, guns out today. And that is a nod to, my own personal sense of style. I really like wearing tank tops. I'm super comfortable in tank tops. And for a very long time, I lived in cities where it was culturally inappropriate to wear a tank top because you'd be called a douchebag. But also, I lived in Chicago and New York City. For the majority of the year, a tank top is not a feasible option. But now that I live in sunny California, I get to wear tank tops, and I like them, and they make me happy. And I wanted to specifically do that for this video, as a nod to, I'm working on it. I am working on not just not caring what the tribe thinks about me, because that I've been working on that, but to really prioritize that. And that's what I think makes the lead consume IPs in particular fucking awesome. So just to break down the parts real quick. The lead consume IPs are their single deciders. They have their TI or their FI at the top. And then they have either NE or SE in the middle in a savior state. So their whole way of going through the world and just experiencing life is going to be super, super comfortable with not just gathering, but this sort of self-reliant gathering. And it's, on the one hand, obviously the lead consume EPs and the lead consume IPs are going to have some stuff in common. But there are very distinct things about each type that make each of them fucking awesome in their own way, right? So with the EPs, the gathering that they're doing for themselves is really going to be about the thing or the new idea, or it's going to be something, again, on the extroverted spectrum of things to gather. Again, whether it's ideas or new technologies or collectibles or, whatever. But it's going to be very much about the energy of the thing and using the thing or thinking about the thing. But with the IPs, the thing, again, because they're double observing in the middle, they don't get as hung up on the thing and on, I have to gather all the things and I have to control all the things. And you're not going to see those big spikes like you will with the EPs. But with the IP, it's all about who am I? What is my identity? What is interesting to me? What makes sense to me? What do I love? What is my internal decider, judger, right? So in Myers-Briggs terms, right? You would have it as a lead judging function, right? And again, this gets into that like right or wrong, right? I bring this up a lot, but my God, it's one of the best clips, honestly, that is on the entire OP channel. And it's Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and she's just hammering about right or wrong. Is it right what you did, or is it wrong what you did? And he's like, I don't know. It's both. And it's weird. Like, the effect of that is you watch him, and on one hand, he's like, there's like a coolness about that. But man, do you really hit diminishing returns with double deciding really, really quickly when it comes to connecting with people and firing people up and getting people rallied around a particular cause or whatever, but the IPs are really, really comfortable going all in on, no, this is the right thing for me to do. I have to go and seek for me. And it's so cool. It's so cool to watch. And especially for me. So I'm Blast Play, double activated on my TE. It's in the middle, so I'm a double decider, and I'm an observer / double decider, savior DE, and my consume, my OE, and my DI are both demons. So I look at the lead consume IPs, and I'm like, you're not even real. Like, it's amazing. It's amazing to watch the ease with which they navigate their world based on their own inner compass. It's remarkable. And, again, as somebody who is very tribe focused and is very organizationally minded, despite having double activated OE at the bottom, to watch the lead consume IPs just be like, no, I want to do this. And then they'll just fucking do it. Because their internal decider has already locked on to, nope, this is the thing that I am going to gather. And then what really is impressive to me when I've seen, especially in the mature IPs, holy shit. But honestly, even like the immature ones, there's no gap between this is what I know is right and acting on that decision. And again, for the lead consumes, it's about gathering, it's about bringing in something new and more and whatever. So like, again, that's impressive to me. But for me, the gap between this is what I want to do, I know this is right, whatever, like once my internal decider has sort of gotten pinged, there's a pretty sizable chunk of time when it's like, oh yeah, now I need to really process this. Let me think about it. Let me go back and let me compare and let me do this and let me do that. Even if I make a conscious effort not to consult the tribe, right? At this point in my life, I've learned that it's important to do as much of the internal deciding work myself as I can, again, as a savior DE, to do as much of the DI work as I can, to really try to work it out, to use that sleep muscle, to really try to like do that Cal Newport deep work style thing. Again, talking about lead consume IPs, fucking, that's my boy. That's my boy, Cal Newport, my God. His new book is just incredible. If you haven't checked out, you should check out all of his books because they're all great. But his new one about email and office workflow is just, it's mind-blowing. It's so fucking good. But like forcing myself to do that deep work. And then listen, I am a double decider. I get it. I'm comfortable talking to the tribe, but there's still a gap. It's still like, okay, hang on a second. I have this idea. let me do a little processing. Let me think about it. Let me make sure that this is like the right thing and that this fits with my morals and values and what really matters to me, again, with my FI. And then once it's sort of ready-ish, right? I have a resume, I'm working on it. Then I will talk to the tribe members about it. But what's so cool, and what I've learned a lot from the IPs, is that the number of times that the tribe actually needs to be consulted is nowhere near the level that I think it is. Not even close. Not even close. And I think that, again, there's a whole other vloggy version of this video where I talk about like social media and how the world works and the addictive mechanisms of digital consumer and all the blah, blah, blah. But like on a very simple level, like for instance, so you can't see it because I have a whole filming set up and it's hard to turn. But I'm in the process of setting up and have recently set up a fully analog workspace because I like it. Because I love analog shit. Like, I don't know what to tell you. It is comical how much more productive I am when I'm not working on a computer. I mean, it's not even close how much more shit I can get done, how much more cognitive energy I have to devote to it. Like, it's crazy. I mean, it's really, really insane. And finally, I got to the point of being like, you know what? This is just a thing I have to do for me because this works for me. Like, and if a tribe member has an issue with it, first of all, it's none of their fucking business. And secondly, in terms of output, that's all they give a shit about. Or that's all they should give a shit about. I am a big believer, and again, a lot of this goes back to my lead consume buddy, Cal Newport, lead consume IP. One of his big tenets of knowledge work, and again, this has been talked about in a number of different ways, but it's like, when it comes to other people are absolutely allowed to expect results. 100%. That's how this shit works. If you say that you're going to go out and kill a boar, and then you come back and you're like, I'm going to do it. This is my job. This is me, right? Kesha. Oh, fucking Kesha. Love Kesha. Anyway, if it's like, no. I am boar killer person. This is my identity. I love killing boars. I want to kill boars. And they're like, all right, fucking go kill a boar for us. If you come back that night without having killed a boar, that's a big fucking problem. Because if your reason is like, yeah, I got out there and I just like didn't want to, so I didn't. Now the tribe is like, that's not cool, man. You can't just, we were kind of counting on that boar, to be eaten tonight. What the fuck? Right? It's like, that's not good, right? It is completely reasonable for tribe members to have expectations in terms of results. But my God, do I love the IP's commitment to doing their process their own way. And they're like, listen, I will get you a boar before sundown. That's a guarantee. How I get you that boar, none of your fucking business. None of your fucking business. All that matters to the tribe is that I deliver. And that I deliver consistently. And that I am easy to work with when the tribe actually needs me to deliver. Which brings me to some of the challenges that a lead consume IP might face. Now, it has been my observation and experience that the lead consume IPs, especially in this day and age, they just get their ass kicked so soon and so early on in life that, like, they kind of figure out, like, oh yeah, if I don't deliver on my promises, and if I don't, like, if a tribe member asks me for something and then I just don't because I didn't wanna, that's a problem. That's a problem, right? For them, for me, I get kicked out of the tribe. I have to deal with decider pain. No, thank you. I will do what the tribe member asked me to do by the time they ask me to do it in, like, whatever, because the decider pain is so intense. So they get that beaten out of them oftentimes pretty quickly. But again, if you're still in the process of getting your ass kicked and learning to use your other functions and whatever, the biggest thing that I would recommend is to just recognize that not everybody wants to find their own process and constantly be updating their own worldview all the time. My God, is it an important thing to do? But that's not something that everybody always wants for themselves or from you, right? And so the response of, well, yeah, but, you know, I've been working on this thing for me, and this is a really important thing that I need to evolve in, and I'm sorry that you had expectations and you had results that you needed delivered, but I just needed to do my thing because my worldview needed updating. Again, time and place. There's a time and place for everything. There's a time and place for blasting. There's a time and place for consuming. There is a time and place for double deciding, for single deciding. There's a time and place for all of it. So just be aware of the times when the tribe member has concrete expectations for you. And then, like, if there's something that needs to be delivered, just to go back to this example of I'm gonna go kill a boar for the tribe. Or even, how about this? If it's like, listen, I am priest person. I'm the person who preaches every, on Sunday mornings, right? This is our day of rest, and we worship our pagan gods or whatever we do, right? Because, I don't know, I'm developing my own little magical world that I live in. It's dope. Anyway, and if you're like a lead consume IP person, you're like, all right, I got to prepare a speech. I got to tell the tribe what to do and give them clear, concrete directives. And if you spend too much time being like, well, I don't know, like, I'm constantly changing, and what is it that I want to say and do and bring into the world, I don't know. And then Sunday rolls around and you're like, fuck, I got nothing. If you walk up there and you're like, hey guys, I don't have a speech because I was doing me, that's not gonna fly. That's not gonna fly. The tribe needed you. So the biggest thing that you can do for yourself is to set clear expectations about what you can and cannot deliver. And also, listen, if a tribe member is being wishy-washy about what they need from you, hold them accountable and be like, hey, listen, I am happy to give you whatever you want, but I need it. I basically be like, I need you to blast to me what you need and when you need it by. That's all I need from you. I don't need you to micromanage me. I don't need you how to tell me to do my process. Don't you fucking dare control me, bro, when it comes to me figuring out what works for me. Like, I'll handle that. I got it. I'm good. But I need to know concretely what the deliverable is. And when you need that deliverable deliverabled by. And by being really clear with the tribe members about what you need from them, they in turn will be able to provide you some structure and framework of like, all right, I need a 15-minute speech from you every Sunday by like, I don't know, some amount of time after the sun has come up. Great. I love it. And then you can go back into IP land and refine your worldview and do this and do that and whatever. But so much of the onus of you as the IP is on being really clear, going out to the tribe and saying, listen, I'm working on this thing. When do you need it by? And, you know, that's something that you can impose. Absolutely. You do not, you're going to probably hit a wall if you just are stuck in the constantly updating and refining loop. So taking that upon yourself to set those clear boundaries with and for your fellow tribe members is going to enable you to do so much more gathering and identity work. I promise you. All right. That's all I got for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.